I'm ready to meet my maker. Are you?
Were you expecting Terrell? Catch me off guard? Me standing here waving a white flag? You ever heard the saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
I don't have friends. I got family.
Well, I got a lot of friends.
You get a chance to rewatch the movie, or do you just got it off the memory like Captain?
It's just over here, dude. It's ingrained over here. When you have a masterpiece like this, it just sticks over here.
I was thinking the same thing. I rewatched. I'm like, there's so much shit I fucking forgot.
There's a lot. I'm glad
there's three
I
movies
sat
in
down.
there. There are three movies in this movie.
No complete movies, but there's three starts of movies.
Yeah, there's a lot of ideas.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, are we ready to begin?
Yeah.
Let's get it going.
All right, Fast and Furious. This is, I believe, Furious 7. Getting angrier with family and then being sad.
Fate of the Furious is the eighth one,
That's
right?
part 8.
Yeah,
that's part 8.
Okay.
This is R.I.P. Paul Walker. Tip one out.
Not yet.
See you.
No, this is the farewell movie.
This is the next. Well, I guess he dies at the end of this one.
He departs at the end of this one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying he died filming this one, right?
Yeah. Hey, spoilers, buddy. Okay.
Spoilers.
I mean, this whole thing is
I'm still a little bit behind on my newspapers. Okay.
All right, hold on. Just to do this, spoilers, guys. Spoilers for Furious 7. Spoilers. Covered.
I think we've already lost our entire audience. They left. They're like, oh, these guys are gonna just ruin everything. I'm out of here.
Damn, I thought they were talking about Deadpool anyways. I keep seeing Deadpool on the screen. So what? Why am I even here? It's madness.
Yeah. I went ahead and tried to take screenshots to make sure I remembered what my notes were going to be when I talked about this thing. Because I was just like, what about this? And then what about this? And then what about this? So many questions. But Pat,
it all makes sense. It
doesn't. It doesn't.
No, they consulted a lot of people, a lot of physicists with the jump out the airplane. Makes sense.
Right.
All right. Am I starting the recap?
Yeah, go ahead. I just want to see how good your memory is, because I feel like Ken and I can at least jump in and be like, wrong.
Well, if memory serves, I believe we opened the movie, at least from the screenshot, with Deckard Shaw visiting his brother. I think it's Owen Shaw, if
that is
memory
correct.
serves, who has, while we thought had died at the end of Fast and Furious 6, turned out was just in a coma.
Yeah, I don't know. Did he got flung out of the plane, right? He didn't blow up.
Definitely dead.
Well, he got I think when the the airplane through the back, he kind of got sucked out or whatever, and he just disappears.
Okay.
And then
no. He was. I thought he was kicked out out of the Jeep or whatever, because he tried to escape through a car.
Well, they both tried to. Vin Diesel, they were finding. I think when he got kicked out, he fell out because remember he gets.
Well, no, because
remember Vin Diesel stays in the car because he flies out through. He drives it through the front of the plane.
Right. But he gets into the car.
Well, they get into the car
after Shaw's already flown out of the back. Shaw goes flying out of the open end of the back of the plane.
Correct.
Miles before the plane actually even blows up, before Vin goes flying through it.
So
I'm just trying to figure out why he's all burnt up like Deadpool right now, though.
It was an unrelated incident. That's
okay.
He was perfectly fine.
Cigarette accident, fell asleep, right? Gotcha.
Exactly.
Hey man, silent killer. That's just all scrapes from.
I was gonna say this is all just a misunderstanding on Deckard's part. Deckard, this was all done by Dom.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really thought that was Deadpool because from my phone, I literally thought you guys were talking about we were talking about comic books or whatever earlier. I thought Ryan Reynolds burnt up in the bed. So
yeah. I only grabbed this shot because my note was basically that this gun is going to be immediately confiscated, because he spends the first minute and a half going through this monologue. He's talking to his brother who's in a coma, and off in the corner you find out as he starts to walk away. I think I have the next slide for that. There are. Nope. I thought I did. Anyway, there is
a doctor and a nurse.
A doctor and a nurse. Yeah.
A destroyed hospital.
Yeah, and as he walks out, it's just an orgy of evidence of he's a badass. Look at all these people he killed. Isn't he such a badass? He was in a perfectly manicured suit, and now look he killed all these people. It's fuck you. You're telling me one guy walks through all these also, what are all those guys doing there? They're there to keep an eye on Deckard, or Owen, and they're just like, no, we all got our asses kicked. He's perfectly fine. Like, kiss my butt.
Well,
It's
this
the beekeeper.
goes back to it.
Is
Go
this
ahead.
not a true story?
He's got a point.
This is all based on the true story of Frank Dukes from Bloodsport.
That's a good reference. That's a good reference.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, I did a body count too as he's walking through because they try and do the one like the single cam shot or whatnot.
Yeah.
And again, this goes back to them somehow finding a way to rehabilitate him. Again, I've fallen victim to this, but like, oh, Deckard isn't a bad guy. The motherfucker killed 13 guards and possibly two nurses in this opening shot.
And also, anyone at the front desk, a receptionist is probably down. Like,
there's literally two receptionists. Like he gives a bomb to one of the guards that is still alive. He's kind of like hanging on, puts a bomb in his vest and throws that guy into the reception area with the other two live civilians. And I'm like, yeah, they've all blown up.
But what if you're in his position? You have to kill everybody.
I feel like the hospital has cameras.
The cameras don't matter when you're that much of a badass.
Exactly.
When you go to visit your brother in the hospital, you have to essentially kill everyone on the way in.
I mean, just beyond all this, there's a whole staff of people taking care of him.
Yeah, the two doctors that are just kind
of
like
anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
These two.
I feel like he really set his brother's care back quite a bit.
Hey, but he's got a gun at least.
That's
for when
true.
he eventually wakes up and shoots those two people because he has no idea what the fuck's going on.
Their mom, Helen Mirren, will be proud.
On what was his rating?
On Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
On Rotten Tomatoes, this is the highest rated Fast and Furious movie.
No. I think he means like is PG-13 or rated R? It's
no.
Right?
I'm talking about the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry.
This is the highest rated one at 81%.
Is it really?
See?
Yes.
See, it's a solid.
Hold on. Kareem, guess what the lowest one is?
3?
Part 4.
How dare you?
Oh, okay. All right. Could have swore it was 3, but yeah. I guess
Doesn't like Braga.
Hey, everyone loves Braga.
Yep.
All right, keep going, Pat.
Jesus Christ. All right. Yeah, so he blew up the hospital. I assume his brother died in the explosion like the Joker would do. And then I believe we then cut to, are we at Race Wars or is
we are?
We're at the Race Wars that Dom and
Now hold on. Just to be noted, this is Street Racing Wars.
No. Race Wars. That's what it's called, Pat. Don't give it any clarifications. They didn't. You don't need to. It's what we're all here for. This is what we're
Dom
really want to talk about.
Started a race war. That's what we're learning. Actually, I'm sorry. Started multiple. So there's multiple race wars that they started.
Yes. Do you hear it? Just like that. No context.
It's perfect.
Race wars that they started.
If you saw a first movie, you would understand this movie.
No. You don't need. Can't you just get it by the title? Race wars makes a whole lot of problematic sense.
I can't imagine they didn't. Like no one said. You know what?
Maybe we don't revisit this.
Shut the fuck up, Franklin. You just go back to your corner.
You know what? Was that other Jason Statham movie where he's like in prison and he has to like race to get out his freedom?
Death Race.
Well, is it Death Race? Is he in Death Race?
Oh, is it Death Race?
Yeah,
the
Death
remake.
Race.
Okay,
he's in the remake.
When I see a sign that says Race Wars, it reminds me of his Death Race movie.
I'm probably the same font. Probably the same.
I'm sure if you flip it over, it just says Death Race on the back of that.
It's one of those tricky ones with the yeah. Very sneaky.
Now, my note was on this one is that Dom says they invented it, but there was no indication that they invented it in the first one. They were just like participants in it. Yeah. So I'm like, this motherfucker's lying to an amnesiac. That's kind of fucked up.
It's stolen valor. He's just like, yeah this is you know what? I also invented the car. That's also what I did.
You know who invented Race Wars? Johnny Tran, but he ain't around, so fuck him. Kiss my shoes.
That's why he's part of the cabal.
Sure that shit.
That's why he's part of the cabal. He's gonna come back and be like, "How dare you steal Race Wars from me?" And they're like, "You can fair enough."
Race Wars.
We used to come here.
Come here. We invented it.
This might be a tie-in to the new Civil War movie, guys.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
All right. Now, if memory serves, this is where we get our Iggy Azalea cameo. And
Yeah, do I have that in here
Michelle
somewhere?
Rodriguez punches somebody
Heck,
and wins a race.
heck,
Well, I had to note because I was trying to figure out where they got all this fucking water to pump in for car washes and wet t-shirt contests because they're in the middle of the desert.
I mean, well, when Dom and Letty created Race Wars, they built an infrastructure within this makeshift
Aqueduct.
shanty town,
obviously.
and they brought an aqueduct. Yeah, they didn't half-ass it. Come on now.
It's actually just a long hose from Lake Mead that they've just been dragging miles and miles.
This is filmed right outside Mojave. Okay, come on.
Yeah,
I'm just saying they're in the
all the
middle of
water.
fucking nowhere and they have enough water for this shit.
It's like Burning Man. They're
Also-
not thinking about the consequences if something goes wrong. Right? They're just enjoying themselves.
I'm also wondering too if they invented this, why the fuck are they still in VCRs in the first movie? I feel like they should be getting some kind of profit from this.
They are very bad with money.
Yeah, they didn't. The problem was they didn't register the trademark. They went to patent offices like, we'd like to register Race Wars, and they're like, I'm sorry, and they never got past that stage. So that's why it's now public domain. That's the problem.
Oh,
It's right there along
apparently.
Steamboat Willie. It's public domain.
Well, there's nobody taking tickets.
Yeah,
Everybody just shows up. Like, okay,
Well, I mean, perhaps maybe that's their bad. Maybe they should figure out how to charge people for these race wars that they're starting.
we invented desert trash. Excellent, good job, guys. Also,
Wait,
wrong
like-
side of the wall, wrong side of the road. Just saying.
This is just Coachella and with cars, and they somehow couldn't figure out what money for this.
Okay, Pat?
What's up?
They make up their own rules. Okay.
It's a fair point. It is a fair point.
this is the real world. They have road rules. Wait, my bad. I think I-
Sounds like
Nice.
you're really challenging this point. All right. Yeah,
There you
there's Iggy Azalea.
For no good goddamn reason.
Yeah, well, I mean, Rita Ora was in the last one. You just like grab a blonde.
Well, at least
pop
she was
star.
like the countdown girl.
Okay.
And she
I'm
had the
just
act-
saying, she served more of a purpose than Iggy saying, "Hey, ghost girl," and then leaving.
yeah,
Ghost
they-
Girl does not make a lot of sense. No.
None. Also, he kind of deserved to get punched. When you grab someone from behind like that without even introducing yourself, you're gonna get fucking decked.
Hector, you look creepy as fuck back there too.
that guy,
Yeah, they weren't those kind of friends.
His name is Hector in every movie he's ever been in.
Does he not look like a Hector?
I think his real name is also Hector, by the way.
It better be.
I'm not even joking with you on that.
It
sounds
better
like a
be
stupid
Hector
thing,
at this
like-
point.
I saw some stupid
Yeah.
meme or something. It's like this guy's acting in every movie's Hector, and his like real name is Hector.
That's awesome.
It's a shared universe with Training Day and all those other films. Like it just
It
means
also
it's
just
all the
makes
same
his acting
universe.
that much easier, I suppose.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hector, could you wear that same plaid shirt you wear to every movie? Yeah, man.
Jesus,
I
I
can
didn't
do
even
that.
think about the costume department. He's just like, no, I got it. It's good.
Is it
I need a
shirt?
Hector. I got the guy for you. Who is it?
Yeah.
He was even in the Dark Knight, Hector, in the same outfit.
The note I have from this scene is that Dom is not at all supportive of Letty. Like she's having issues with her memory, and he knows this. He gets out of the car and starts freaking out. It's like, you should be right by her side, ready to back her up. And she's just like, and then she decks Hector, and then she like bounces out of there. It's like, what the hell do you think? Like, why weren't you there closer? He just like sits back, like
He's not overbearing.
just messing up over there. I mean, there's a line
Let her
between
live her
overbearing
life.
and supportive, and he's nowhere. He's way over on the not
Well,
overbearing.
I
side.
think Abdul, you'll realize I've listened to this pod. He hates Letty. Apparently, any chance he can get away from her to go sleep with some other girl or hang out with somebody else, he ditches her within an instant. And I guess she does it for him because after she punches Hector, she leaves. He doesn't go after her, mind you. She doesn't know who the fuck she is or where she's at. Really, he's just like, all right, fine. You need to go find yourself. I'm gonna keep race warring over here.
How?
Doesn't meet up with her until like midnight at the cemetery.
He just looks at her driving away. He's like, I've seen this before. And then he just
Fair
goes
enough.
to the corner.
He's like,
Yeah, this is when he finds her
Space.
again. So
I'm not
you
that
saw
guy.
where we're at, right?
Space.
Yeah.
It was
Wait.
probably early afternoon.
Yeah, they literally jumped from that scene where she drives
Yeah.
off, and then it's this scene at night.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I'm like-
traffic on the 405 sucks. Take some time.
Wait, is it this scene or do they go to the? I guess they probably do go here.
no.
Because
Yeah, they go
yeah.
to this scene, and then we get Hobbs after this. But yeah, they go straight to this scene, and she's like, "I don't know who I am." But again, I kept thinking the entire time, like, it's nighttime. Where the fuck have you been at, Dom?
How often is she going to her own grave?
I mean, if you had your own grave, wouldn't you, Pat?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm kind of surprised she's not like just doesn't like live there at this point.
I mean, as a millennial, it's the only plot of land I'll ever own. So maybe that's maybe that's the start
sad.
point.
Way to
Older
bring it
you assume
down.
you'll be able to buy a grave.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say again, who says
Yeah,
you're
it's-
owning that, huh?
yeah. I my bad. My
You'd
bad.
be laying on
It's
top of 4 of the guys
those
that were
dreams.
buried there.
I mean, she wouldn't be a millennial, right?
I think technically she is.
I think she'd be a millennial. Or I mean,
I mean, this is like
That's a good
sliding
question.
time scale.
How old is she?
How?
40s.
Well, because
44?
we're like exennials. We are on the line.
we're elderly.
I think she's 2 years
Gen
older than
Y,
us,
if you
2 or
will.
3.
Because I think millennials is like 81.
Yeah, I think it's, so she just missed it.
She's born in 78, so she's a Gen Xer.
Okay, yeah. So she's Gen
So
X.
she can't own a plot of land.
Yeah, she can. Yeah, she
Can.
got enough money from her family to.
Hey,
to
you
be
see
able
that
to buy
tree
the
over there,
plot.
Ken? You're over there somewhere.
I'm not. They wouldn't even let me in. Okay, let's be honest. Like that's.
Your
Oh, no,
body's
no.
in one of the cars.
Oh no,
in the
you were
truck.
cremated. You were used as soil.
Oh, fair enough. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I think
It's
is
an easy bake oven though.
yeah.
Oh wait, we jumped.
Well, I
Well,
told
yeah,
you, these goddamn slides are all over the place.
Did you number
right.
them, or
So
did you just like?
No, well, I did
"Eh,
originally.
it
Then when
works."
I resized it, this is the next scene. Which I
Okay.
had a note for this one too, but I'll let Pat explain how we got
no, you
here.
go ahead. I don't
Yeah,
remember
so-
David Scar.
So anyway, she is telling Dom like I need to go find myself because I don't know who the fuck I am. They're still sticking with this amnesia thing for a while, so she leaves and he just stands there. The next scene you have is Dom and Thor's wife at some kind of Central Intelligence Agency
You mean
somewhere
The
in
Rock?
LA. What's up?
You mean The Rock? Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah, Hobbs and yeah,
Right, but
Hobbs
he's saying
and
that he's
Thor's
the
wife.
the agent is Thor's is the
the
actress is
blonde.
Thor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
yeah.
you said Dom. You said Dom at first. That's why.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So they're in the office. Apparently, the last two, he just finished working out or something. I don't know if they have a gym somewhere. He's just
Yeah,
sweating.
Obviously.
Guy's always
They combine-
sweating.
They give him a quick misting before every scene.
Yeah.
Just
And she's
on.
saying that she's getting ready to like
Bloodline.
go
There we go.
home for the night or whatnot. I had this image caption because I was trying to figure out like he has a computer right next to him. What is he doing stamping these? Like who is he giving this piece of paper to that's gonna be like, thanks, Hob. Like you could have just
The standard
forwarded-
procedure. Standard procedure.
yeah, I mean,
File
I
cabinet. I gotta
I
put
don't know
it
if you know, most of our government agencies are horribly out of date with the majority of their infrastructure. It's just like, yeah, we still stamp things and
Which,
scan them
frankly,
into.
does turn out to be a benefit.
I
Really,
mean-
actually, probably a helpful thing at the end of the day.
I guess I was just again the
Can't hack
guys-
paper.
Excuse me 1 second. I gotta go yell at some kids. Excuse me.
Okay.
All right. Now
gonna
we're
do
talking
that.
about family.
But yeah, I had the note like he's still stamping stuff like it's a thing.
Do you think
Yeah.
maybe they just gave him a big stamp because he wanted one?
I think so. I think so. But I just, again, who is this paper going to go to?
David in
Also,
accounting.
there's no
That's-
scar on David Scarfinkel.
that we can see. This is only from like the
front and the side.
mid torso up. This is a bust shot. Maybe it's on his back. We don't know. Like
Oh,
it's not David
Good point.
back
I
scar.
feel like
it's
if
just
it was
David's
on his
scar.
back, most people wouldn't be able to see it. So
You
he
wanna
wouldn't
know
have
how
a
David
nickname
got these
Scar.
scars?
Maybe he just loves the Lion King and his favorite character was Mufasa's
Ooh.
brother.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Like it's
That would
it's
be a great
personal one,
descriptor.
okay? Yeah.
Why does
like
his
that.
name not have enough vowels?
He's not that good of a criminal. That's the only thing I'm going with.
It does feel like they typed it out and just forgot halfway through. Like, here's some
Thank
letters.
you, sure.
Like it's missing at least one or I guess maybe one vowel in there. Just like, just forget about it. It's fine.
It was like they were typing pencil and then just change it.
It's too.
Yeah.
It's that they can see that it says pencil. Fine, I'll get rid of it.
God damn it. These slides are all over the place.
Just like this movie.
Who
Ah!
is this? Who's that in the center?
Shut up. You don't need to know yet. Oh, sad.
No.
I really wish these were in order, guys. This would have helped.
Anara.
And I thought they were going to be at least in backwards order, but they weren't.
All right, here we go.
I want to pause and give a nice a round of applause to Ginger Giant's The Rock, or not The Rock, Con Air reference.
Yeah.
Because you see, he said sigh,
Thank you.
Anara.
Hey, man. Greatest line in all of movie history.
Please. Sigh. Anara.
But yeah, because I had a slide in here that shows a rock sitting next to his advanced double monitored computer setup while he's stamping stuff. I'm like, you didn't have to stamp.
He doesn't use the computer. It just sits there to look cool. So when someone comes in, he can tip his desk over and stuff breaks.
Well, I also had to know because following that scene is that, we get to this scene eventually, but he has a letter of recommendation written up in like a vanilla envelope or whatever. And he lets Thor's wife go downstairs, like she's almost in her car, and he's like, "Oh, I wrote this up for you." And I'm like, first off, you had her there 2 minutes ago. Second off, there's only the two of you left. Third, this could have waited till the morning when she comes back in for the next day. But he had to go hand it to her. I'm like, again, writing a letter of recommendations. He's gonna go hand that to somebody again, I guess.
Yeah.
Not gonna email it clearly. He doesn't know how that works.
Yeah,
he's got a computer set up. He's like I just said, he's got a monitor and a computer.
Yeah,
and remember,
he remembers what a word processor is.
Remember, the reason why Deckard is actually going to the office is to go use a USB to steal information off his computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because word's out there that Hobbs doesn't know what he's doing as far as computers are concerned. So he's like, I'll wait till he prints out a PDF and walks it downstairs, and then I'll go ahead and.
Well, that's what I was wondering, because that was my next note, was that why did he go use the USB, breaking the computer? I'm sure Hobbs has a loose leaf of papers that just has the entire team pictures of the team, locations, all of it in just a folder.
When Hobbs walked away from his computer, he doesn't lock it either. So he's just like, oh.
No, he doesn't.
Well, it's like, I can just take the digital files. I don't want to carry around these papers. I'm not I don't have to worry about, I can at least put on a flash drive. I have a flash drive. Why wouldn't I? Maybe I get all the information, not just whatever's currently stamped on his desk with incarcerated. My friend, like whatever he had
throughout this entire movie, I wanted to see the prequels and spin-offs universes of all the stuff that happens in between these shots we see. Like I want to see the IT setup for Hobbs when he gets hired and he gets his own office, just him having a conversation with the IT guy saying so what can I see on this? Well, sir, you can have access to the entire internet, but what about my papers and my stamps? You don't need those anymore. Is there a digital stamp I can use? There's some kind of button I can press that stamps stuff.
That sounds like a sticker, sir, but that's not really something we do anymore. And he's like, okay.
What if he just pulls out his revolver? Can you make it one?
I just want to see the conversation where they give him an office. Yeah, you need an office for sure. Yeah, you definitely need to run shit. 100%. Yeah. You're doing great. You're great
from planner. An office. And it'd be hilarious if he looked at it and he's like, this is a conference room, isn't it? Yes, sir. You don't need an office. For what you do and the way you work, here's a bunch of papers and in a conference room.
That's how big and powerful you are. We can't hold you in an office. We do a conference room.
But anyway,
he comes in like, he's like, I don't like being hacked. And it's like, I'm like, I get the strong vibe that your password is on a Post-it next to on your desk. That's the vibe I'm getting from you, Hobbs.
I think his password is just captured. Yeah. He stamps it everywhere.
No, it's captured one. That's how they know.
Yeah, he's.
It's because he had to change it.
Exactly. Next month it'll be captured 2.
Yeah.
Damn it! What are you going to MIT or something? How are you so good with computers?
But again, I picked this particular screenshot as well because they have their hand to hand. They start fighting. Thor's wife shows up again, who's really bad at her job. She's horrible. She was horrible in the last couple movies. She's horrible in this one because he tells her on me, which means cover me because I'm going to go do something. Both of them, as he proceeds to stop shooting because he's going to make a movement, she stops shooting, which gives Deckard this entire time. Look at him. Look at the positions he's in. To reach into his pocket, throw a grenade, then roll out of everything without getting shot at once. That entire sequence, and I'm like, how?
Yeah, that's definitely.
I told you to cover me. That means shoot him while I get closer, and she does nothing.
Yeah, there's plenty of times that they could have shot Deckard, which I'll comment later on in the movie where they're like, no, just shoot him. He's right there.
Look at him. He's bent over completely. Shoot him in the ass.
Shoot him. Come on, shoot him. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. 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 Shoot him.
I feel like She
How's no one made that
is
shot?
a cop like I play Rainbow Six. Just not knowing anything that's going on. Just kind of randomly pulling your gun out and shooting up.
I wish I had some video of that shit.
I mean, you do. It's right here.
No, I'm talking about from right. Well, yeah, I guess that's exactly
Yeah, you do.
what that
It's
looks
right
like.
here.
Breach. What?
What? Huh?
What's going on here?
Who's
Pat,
Reach?
cover me. I died 2 minutes ago. So yeah, they allow him to get off the grenade, which then blows up the entire floor, and he hides behind a desk. Which I had lots of questions like, what are these desks made of? Where he was protected, and it sends
steel,
the rock, and apparently,
but also
steel.
There's other random. There's also random desks.
Listen, you gotta get some decent cheers in here, man. What's this shit made out of, anyway? Steel? Yeah? Yeah. Well, you should get it welded better in the corners.
They'd have guns mounted underneath them. Like it wasn't wasn't Hobbs' desk that he found this. It was like, and he's like, oh, there's this gun here. All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever law enforcement agency he is a part of, that's just how their desks work.
Fair enough.
I love that they're prepared for that though. Instead of just screening to make sure there's no other extra guns walking in and out of it, we would just put guns everywhere.
Yeah.
In case Deckard shows up.
Makes sense.
Well, they heard about what happened at
It's
the
all
hospital.
believable, by the way, guys. This is all believable.
It's all plausible.
But so far, no notes.
Also,
The
Rock and Thor's wife was spinning out of the window, which meant that like at any point he could have just landed on her, and that would have been the end of that part of the movie. She fortunately lands on him because of the way they land at the very end in the car, but because they're spinning, I'm like, that wasn't planned. Like you could have just crushed and killed her.
Nope, that was planned.
It was
She
planned.
might have been better off with the explosion. Fair enough. Maybe he was trying to get to her before Charlize Theron gets to her. Spoiler alert.
Sad. Spoiler alert.
Too soon.
Sorry about that.
Hey, so when did she have the kid?
At this point, probably already has, and she's not telling him about it because like there's an interaction. Yeah, when we get there, because we're going to get there when they have an interaction outside of the hospital, and there's like tension there. Obviously, she's probably like already had the kid. Yeah, hospital room. And they're just like, yeah, things are fine. Let's go in and talk. Like, she's already had the kid and hasn't said anything to him.
Yeah.
She's just
for Letty's sake, she better have already had the kid.
We
know Dom.
Fair enough. Yeah, Dom. I mean, Letty
went to the bathroom for 5 minutes and
walked out of the room. So, and like he's like, you know what? I got a cross for you because I love you, your family.
I don't use protection
Dom, I have
family.
I have 4 of those, Dom. Dom, put that away. I have 5. Just stop, please.
Now you have 6.
6 means no condom.
Where's Ava Mendes in all of this? What happened to her?
Very good question.
Launching
her
house cleaning line.
She was, I think, last seen in number 4. That is
the
last.
I think what Abdul's getting at is how did Thor's wife replace her?
I mean, she did other projects and they didn't. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like Ava Mendes was out cashing that something check. I don't know what was she off doing?
Letting Ryan Gosling make all the money. Yeah,
she was making sponges for a while.
No, that's fair enough. She's just sitting back watching Ryan make the money. Why not? I would.
Fair enough. I also am interested that she has like no issue with like trying to find Brian at all or get back with Brian this entire time. Like she knows where he's at, and
Okay, Ava Mendes hasn't done a movie since like 2013 or 14.
What's
for
up?
Real? Oh wow.
Yeah, she hasn't. Like I'm looking at this, and she's done a voice on Bluey as a yoga instructor. But
really,
yeah, she just did. Like I'm looking through the timeline. She had the cameo in Fast 5, and that was in 2011. And since then, she kind of just stopped. But again, to your point though, if Ken is bringing home the bacon, why not just hang out with the kids, right?
I'm sure she's a producer or something.
I mean, that's possible, but as far as her acting credits, they pretty much stop at like 2013.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of work. Screw that.
There goes
Cashing
that.
the
Yeah.
residuals from that Matt Damon movie with what's his name when they're twins, the
Oh.
Siamese
Oh,
twins.
stuck on you.
Don't forget about Ghost Rider.
Residuals on that. Such
She
a
was
good
also
movie,
in Ghost Rider with
enough.
Nicolas Cage.
She's still got Training Day money coming in. We can just name Ava Mendes movies, guys. We can just keep going.
Hey,
I think we
Not-
just
we
did.
can't name that many of them. Apparently,
That's
after
pretty much it,
2014.
this isn't on the EM, so that's a different podcast. Okay,
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Pat. Keep us going.
Oh shit. All right, where were we? All right, so explosion, Rock breaks his arm and thus is taken out of commission. I believe at that point, that's when Hobbs calls in. This is where Hobbs calls in Dom to tell him, hey, this guy's coming after you. And that's where we have the scene with Thor's wife, right?
Wrong.
All right, go ahead.
You forget about the house blowing up. That.
Oh, God. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Oh,
Yeah,
because
so-
I forgot
Yep.
because I always associate that with 6.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is the scene where we go to see the happy family of Brian and Mia and how they're happy together. And Dom comes over, and then Mia tells Dom, hey, I'm pregnant with another child, but I don't want to tell my husband because, he don't need to know.
Because he doesn't miss the cars and he doesn't miss
The girls.
the girls. He misses the bullets. That's something that he apparently said to her. Meanwhile, also while he's putting the kid in the car,
And nobody seeks therapy in this entire family. By the way, When
no
you say shit
therapy.
like that.
Just, but at
Dom's
one
like,
point,
give
the
that
kid,
motherfucker Corona and shut up.
exactly. The kid throws the car and he's like, "No, cars don't fly." And he's like, "Cars don't fly." And I'm like, that feels like I know
That was not
I
foreshadowing
know
at all.
fucking yeah, that's some deep like wait.
So
It's a hint like
there-
dude, like it's not
while
It's not
this
subtle at all.
conversation is happening, there is an ominous package, very ominous package on the porch. And then Dom receives, I believe he receives the call he received at the end of 6 here, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where it's Deckard going, you don't know me, but I know you. And you hurt my family. I hurt yours. Bye, Han. And then we have finally caught up to Tokyo Drift. Finally.
Wait.
I mean,
so-
not completely, mostly, because we still have the scene where we go to Japan.
Oh, God damn it.
Well,
go
but-
ahead, Abdul. What?
But how does this all happen in 24 hours? Like he was
Yeah.
just getting the rock up, and now he's over there killing what's his name, Han in Tokyo, making phone calls and sending packages.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
see,
have you
this
ever
is-
heard of drop shipments?
Abdul's on a very, very good point here because he breaks into
The house.
Hobbs's
the-
desk in order
yeah.
to get the list of people that he needs to kill. But somehow he
'cause
sent the package from Japan, knowing that he already needed to kill Dom. I guess. Like that was the
Oh,
first. I guess maybe that's the first person he's going
Well,
after.
was he
he mails
trying
the
to kill
package-
Dom? That's a question
Well, he
too,
mails it-
because
It's to his
Really?
house.
well, he mails it to his house, but he says, "You don't know me yet, but you're going to." And I'm like, well, that would mean that you're like, oh, you know me, and you're going to continue to know me because you're not going to die from this. This is just a
But-
volley. This is just
That
a
whole scene's fucked up.
But
Yeah.
if he's holding the package and gets a phone call, if he was standing like a foot away from it, he would have died because
Yeah.
it blew up the house in the impact.
yeah.
He just happens to, walk away and get down and get out of the radius of the explosion.
Yeah.
The bomb was pointed apparently towards the house, not outward. Because you couldn't point bombs. That's the
It was on the porch, by the way.
yeah.
It wasn't like he's like, oh, you know what? Because it would have made more sense if because Mia mentions, hey, you have a package.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, what is that? Han trying to give me some kind of import or whatever. I'm like, it would have made more sense if
Yeah.
he picked up the package, put
Yeah.
it inside, and then continued this conversation outside. But no, he just walks past it like 6
Yep.
steps. Now, they're on like they're actually on the front side where his friend got murdered 5 years prior.
Was it
And he got
Travis?
no,
Am I-
I forget the guy, the rabbit.
The guy that went
Yeah.
to MT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have gone.
That should have
They're
gone.
they're standing on his gravesite as the bomb's about to go off. But yeah,
And
to your
how
point,
does-
Abdul. Go ahead.
How does Paul Walker's character get smashed into the minivan, 20 feet away, but yet Dom and his what's her name, nothing happens.
Good
Dom
question.
is so manly he can block explosions.
Yeah.
Well, I also love
Everybody
that
knows
he
that.
knew that the box was a bomb, though.
Well, not so
'Cause
much
remember-
Dom as Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel can take whatever.
30 seconds ago, he thought it was an import from Han. He gets a phone call from some random guy he doesn't know, and immediately he's like, "Oh, the box is something."
Hey, that's a special gift. He's like a beautiful mind. He just puts it all together really quickly.
I wish he'd have given that shot like they did with what was it like God, what was the movie?
It reminds
The
me
Hangover,
more,
where all the
yeah,
numbers
that's
are.
what it is. Yeah,
I just want them. I just want him to cut to Tom Hanks saying Da Vinci whenever he thinks of anything.
Or you could just have Dom stuttering. Definitely not a bomb. Definitely not a bomb. Definitely not a bomb.
So bomb explodes, blows up the house. Everybody's okay except for Han. Han's not okay. Han's dead, or is he? Tune in later. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about that later.
Spoiler, Pat.
Yeah.
Damn it again.
I still haven't seen that movie yet.
What movie? I don't know what we're talking about. Unless we're talking about Jesse. I don't know who died.
Yeah, it's true.
Spoiler alert. I didn't know Jesse actually died. Just saw him get shot. Ken.
Yeah.
Part of the cabal.
Part of the cabal.
Does it say,
At
do we
this
know that
point-
he's dead yet?
Not, unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed.
And-
Thank you.
And then at this point, I assume Dom hops in his private jet, given how quickly he travels there, and goes to Japan to investigate.
Also,
what
by
has
the way,
happened.
just wanted to note, no fucking neighbors come out to see this. Nobody. Look at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's he not dead?
Again,
no one not
like
dead?
the bomb
And
is
the
pointed
explosion
towards the
stops
house.
at the property line.
It
Everybody
really
knows that.
does.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, can't go past that.
I'm just saying, the neighbors to the right of him are got to be like, what the fuck just happened?
They have. It's funny because you can see there's a little bit of debris on top of their house, but it's fine otherwise. Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking about the everyone in the
Because-
apartment complex to the other side.
oh yeah, they should all be deaf. Like that's
I think they all just hate the Torettos. Like, dude, again,
Yeah.
we had a drive by at this exact spot. Now it's being fucking blown up. How about you guys just move somewhere else? We all
That's
signed a
not what
petition. We're all donating money.
family
We want
would
you to
do.
fuck out of
Hey,
here.
No,
They-
family.
There's no
kids,
HOA, dude. There's no
I was about to say
HOA.
that they should approach the HOA. That's the problem.
There.
I'm sure there is an HOA. They put them everywhere. But yeah, so the house explodes. The next
Yes.
scene we have is
Is the hospital scene, right?
yeah, the hospital scene, right? Where I think
Okay, yeah, this
Hobbs,
is where
Hobbs called for him.
yeah,
He
Hobbs
sent for him.
summons him, tells him what's going on. This Deckard Shaw's no joke, and blah 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 blah. He gets to reunite.
Oh,
with-
Pat, you're going too fast. Don't skip the awkwardness. We need to sit in that. Just
That's a
sit
good
in.
photo
Let us
right
look
there.
in.
That's a good
Look at that
shot.
face.
I was
she
about to
gives him-
discuss that she's clearly changed and moved on with her life because she cut her hair. The
Yeah.
And she
universal
had a
symbol
kid.
in
Wait,
action. What are
how
you talking
far-
about? I don't know about no kids.
Yeah, this is her. She just got back from maternity leave. That's the thing.
Yeah, go
That
ahead.
we're not-
Abdul.
That's unclear.
No, I mean, again, begin from part 6 to this movie. Like, how far is the gap? Because it seems like it's like right, like, hey, they did part 6, they got their freedom, and they're at the house, right? And they're starting. It doesn't seem like 9 months went by.
No,
And-
more than that. That's the worst part. Because they didn't have a
Oh.
kid. Paul Walker and Mia didn't have a kid in the last one. She was pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Or did he
Oh,
already
I
have
guess
a
The
kid?
kid's
Not a
about
The kid's like at least 5 or 6. He's going to preschool or like some kind of daycare.
Yeah, I guess you're
It's
right.
gotta be a
It's
couple
like
years.
Years, yeah. All right.
hey man, you could drop any age kid off at daycare. They don't care. Take your money. What is it? 2
Well,
weeks? Great.
His kid's old enough to repeat words. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah,
Maybe he's a genius.
cars don't fly.
That kid, yeah, cars don't fly. That kid's not a genius. That kid's gonna need a lot of extra money. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of a dum dum.
He's gonna need family money. Yeah. No, it is awkward between Dom and poor lady whose name I cannot remember, who has cut her hair to show
Elena.
that she's
Elena's
moved
her
on,
name.
and also to
I
show
think her-
time has passed.
Yeah. Now my question is for this exact note where that because again, Dom has an issue with cell phones apparently. Like he just ghosts girls because I'm like, how do you not? You know, you were in a relationship with this chick or whatever. I know that your wife shows up. Who's
I
kinda-
gave her a cross, man. Don't you understand? That makes a family.
But she's not only
Family.
is she in the States, she's also in California. Like you live in California. These two have not run into each other. They have no contact, nothing.
She's not
What
going
about-
to race wars.
Yeah,
Hopefully nobody else is.
We lived in Lancaster. I never once ran into Pat outside of school, and we lived in
Well,
Lancaster. LA's a bigger area. You're not gonna run into each other.
I don't feel like they're in the same circles either. She's like a cop.
How are you literally Pat? They are in the exact same circles. They only circle each other.
They're not in the circle because this is the time in between. He's not doing it. He's just like hanging out, doing family things, planning the next race war.
Fair enough.
Probably on some triple X adventures.
By the way, if we're taking into account time, there's been at least a few years that they haven't gone to race wars. He randomly decided. Yeah, he decided to take Letty this time.
They created it, but they don't manage it. They just like, we created it. They walk the fuck away.
Wait, if there's like been 3 or 4 years gap because of the kid, so this chick has not had her memory or like jogged in like 4 or 5 years.
Exactly.
Like living like nothing's ever jogged her memory, and she's just acting like I have no idea who this person is.
And has just stayed there.
Yeah.
She just leaves.
That's even
just kept like.
I'm gonna have to give this now an 83%. That just went down a notch right there.
All right, you do what you gotta do.
Well, okay, in her defense, I think Ken already said this earlier that Dom doesn't support her at all. I'm sure she was like, hey, can we like go to therapy? Can I like see some doctors? And Dom was like, that ain't something family would say.
I think that's gonna be a recurring theme with Ken.
Yeah, no, she says like, can we go see therapy? He just pulls out a bucket of Coronas, like, what do you want to talk about? And
then gives another cross.
Vin, I need to talk.
It's been
right
3
here,
years,
babe.
and I still don't know who the fuck I am.
But they leave like when they're at the break. Let's leave.
Yeah, that is a hell of a question because either it's been X amount of time for at least for 2 children to have been grown up and born, or and Letty's just been in the sea of no memories, or it's been only a small amount of time and we've seen and right now the wife she's pregnant and she's keeping it from him.
The awkwardness right there is that he banged her like a month earlier and she's pregnant, and that's the awkwardness.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I think you're onto something, Abdul. I think that's exactly what happened. It's like, are you when he says are you okay, that's what that was hinting at. Like,
hey.
Are you okay not to tell Letty?
I've got some morning sickness, and you mean never mind, you don't care.
He's like, I heard shot to kill you. The dog was supposed to be there.
I told you not to talk in front of the cameras. In this scene right here, The Rock gives him the lowdown on Deckard, saying like, oh, he was special forces and assassin, stuff like that. They sent in a team of 20 elite guys to go kill him because they were like, you know what, he knows too much. The 20 guys were all killed and he disappeared. I'm like, you don't just give up though. If you've decided that you're going to expend 20 agents to kill this guy, you don't just let him disappear for 6 years.
Yeah, you do though.
No. We live in a world of shadows and ghosts. Okay,
but that's the one
literally
what
you
don't want to.
He says we live in a world of shadows and ghosts.
If he has this amount of information on you, you don't let him just float around for 6 years.
He's a ghost.
You know who they do
what
know?
Do you not hear? But what is not translating for you?
They do know where his mother is. We find out later on.
Again,
his brother was at.
Yeah, just go to his brother and put a bullet in him. He'll show back up. Like,
obviously,
can't afford that many agents. You kill 40 agents. We don't get so many.
I just love the idea that they were saying like, hey, you know what? Deckard knows way too much. He's a liability. We can't allow him to live anymore. Go kill him. So hey Todd, he killed everybody. Well, we tried.
No,
I put a stamp on his page.
Oh.
What do you mean he didn't?
No,
I said it.
Here's the thing. This is exactly what happens.
Killed.
No. Todd, we'll use Todd. Todd went off the books and said, yeah, we're going to take care of this guy. I don't want to deal with this problem. So off the books operation. All 20 are dead. He's like, shit. Well, I'm going to get in trouble. So what we're just going to do is say they got him. Mission accomplished. Put that file away.
That guy gets away because you have a guy named Todd running things. Okay, that's the reason why the guy got away.
Then Todd had his captured stamp and went, captured? All right, we're done.
Then how did Hobbs know that all 20 of them died and he disappeared for 6 years?
Because it's one of those things where everybody knows, but no one knows,
Okay.
Yeah.
No one says it out loud.
I know what actually happened. I can't prove it, but I know. Todd also
shit. Todd also has a stamp for missing in action. He's just like, 1, 2, 3. There you go. There's those 20 guys. It's all stamped. We're good now. Carry on.
No, they went AWOL.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. The AWOL stamp. I've got a lot of stamps here.
He also tells Dom like, hey, I can't officially tell you to go after this guy, but if you do go after him, don't miss. And I'm like, okay, that's cool and everything. They show the next
while his
scene.
daughter's sitting in the room.
Yeah, exactly. Daddy's got to kill some people. Don't worry. The next scene they have is Mia. This is where they write Mia off the movie for a little bit. They send her to the Dominic.
No,
The
And
Dominic?
that was
Dominican
part.
Republic.
Wasn't that 6?
They've
No,
done it a couple times
they
when they don't
Mia
need Mia
and-
around.
And jack off to the Dominican Republic, and there's like, oh yeah, and they're like, we basically run this country. If they try and get you here, you're safe. I'm like, why not just live there anyways? Why was that?
Exactly.
If that was the option, then just do that. Like,
Because family doesn't run.
Because you want to live that beautiful.
They ran the first. That's how they got into this trouble, because they ran.
What was that, Abdul?
I said you want to leave like that beautiful paradise to come back to that shithole in East LA that they had.
yeah, exactly. We'd rather
So
go
many
live like
memories.
Logan Paul than go. Okay,
No,
Well,
because
I mean,
there's so
they
many
had-
memories, like where my friend got shot, where everything bad has ever happened to me, where I saw my dad, where the car got messed up, and I lost track, and I lost conversation with my brother, and my dad
man.
died. Just good memories.
Wait,
they like
Vince,
those sandwiches.
Dom has a brother?
Oh shit.
Oh man! Spoiler alert! You
Hey,
got some catching up
Pat.
to do.
You skipped all of that just to say the important part. He's there for the race wars.
That's
When
fair
the race
point.
wars go down, he's got to be there, Pat.
He does.
Wait a minute. Do you think they sell their sandwiches at the race wars? Like, was it all just like was it all just a scheme to be like, okay, no one's buying this food,
Bullshit,
so let's just
asshole. No one buys the
Back to tuna.
tuna here.
Yeah.
But they live it in the desert when there's nothing else around.
Exactly. Who doesn't love tuna when it's out in 110-degree weather in the middle of fucking nowhere?
This-
So
Gotta
good.
eat the sandwiches.
So good.
hey, you know what? I take back everything I've said. Smartest guys on the planet. $70 a sandwich. What are you gonna do, piggy?
By the way, we also the other water's not potable. You can't drink that water from the hose.
Oh, no.
If you want bottled water, we also sell you that, just like the Fire Festival.
Which, by the way, we did fill from the hose.
Yeah, we
Just got some old water, but just filled it anyway. You don't fucking know, stupid. You drove to the desert for something called race wars. Just here.
We know why you're here.
Wait, think
None of
about the
you brought a
marketing
car.
for that. How many people, if right now, 2024, you put on the internet, show up here for race wars, what type of turnout would you get?
Again,
Like-
no
like-
cars. You'd be surprised at the lack of cars that show up.
They all
That's
come
not
on
me.
buses.
Oh my god.
So we get this scene where Mia's talking about how they're all safe and secure, and that Brian set up his surveillance node down in the basement. Whatever. He's going to full FBI mode.
Well, he
take a
says the
screenshot
garage,
'cause
like, yeah,
yeah.
it's like
it's
it's
just
in
him
the- it's in
watching.
the house.
Look, he's
It's
literally
blown
watching
up.
MSNBC. I'm like, that's not FBI mode. I could watch MSNBC and get the same information.
Yeah,
But
but
also-
also you'd be like FBI.
That's only one of the tabs. He's got multiple tabs open there. He's like, okay, wait. What's that? This is
That's
just a
not so much a
headline. Like,
walkie-talkie to talk to nobody.
yeah,
Everybody's gonna talk to you is back in the States.
it's his command center. Okay.
He ain't commanded
It
shit.
looks like
out there.
Step Brothers when they're like, like who is it with the chemistry in the lab? Like, I was like, I don't know what you're doing here.
He just needs a fake FBI jacket.
Pretty sure there's a drum set right behind that computer. So we've shoved Mia off to the Dominican Republic to hang out because they run it, obviously, like everyone knows. And
because she's pregnant and still can't tell Brian for some reason.
yeah,
The man's
she's
about to he's right there. I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity to be like, hey, you know what? I don't want you to go hang out with my brother because I'm pregnant and we're about to have a second kid. Instead, she's like, you know what? Go finish this. And I'm like, you still haven't told him that you're pregnant though. So
nah,
Yeah.
he could die and
misses
not
the
know it.
bullets, man. He misses the bullets.
Okay.
All right,
Wait.
and I believe
did
this
we-
is our. What's up?
Well, there's okay. So there's the part my next note that I have in line is about the funeral. But are we having the funeral yet? Because there's also
No, the funeral doesn't happen yet.
Okay, because he's also says that he has to bring Han home, and part of my brain's like, what do you mean bring Han home from Tokyo? Like you're bringing him home from there?
Yes.
What? Okay, so there's that. Like,
Well, 'cause
there's that
remember,
aspect.
we had that whole, I don't know if Joel, you remember this or even heard about it from the last pod. Han's connection is that he's not from Tokyo though. He's from he's from
But he's not
California
from
somewhere.
anywhere.
Well, no,
Like,
no,
he
technically,
shows up in beginning of part 4 or whatever. or where, whatever it is, but they're in DR, wherever they're at that time, and then he's gone until fast forward. So you have no idea where he's from. I doubt he's from L.A.
Justin Lin actually says that he borrows Han's character from another movie. Like the character is from another movie that he did
from Orange County.
Orange County.
What movie?
Better Luck Tomorrow, right?
Better Luck Tomorrow, yeah.
Oh,
where they play a bunch of
he's like
Asian
I never saw it.
Rich Asian students that are all on drugs.
We
to get
say he's there from Orange County. I just kept thinking of the movie Orange County with Jack Black. Oh, snap.
It's same movie. Same movie.
Just see nothing. Huh.
But yeah, to Ken's point, he does have to go grid his body, or release whatever's left of it. Because remember, it was blown up. It's supposed to have been blown up. Also, I'm sure they must have given him a fake body. Because as soon as he goes,
what are you even talking about?
I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
if he's going to
yeah, there's so many questions here because of the future we know. But he goes there, meets up with Bow Wow, not Lil Bow Wow. He's Bow Wow now. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I want to.
He's not even Bow Wow.
It's Bow Wow. Damn it.
No. His name is Twinkie. Get that shit right.
Oh, sorry.
It's worse than Bow Wow.
Yeah, his real name, his birth name, his government name is Bow Wow. His film name is Twinkie.
Which, by the way, I had to note in this too because they he goes to the garage or whatever, and Twinkie comes up to this guy, Lucas, whatever his name is, and it's like, hey, some guy wants to, like, we have a new guy who wants to race you, and he smiles and laughs, and he's like, hey, I'm not tonight. I'm like, why the fuck are you at the garage
hanging out?
People.
I mean, for
his girlfriend's right there though.
His girl's there.
Right, but this is old footage though, right? Like this is they just reuse this part from Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, but you got to think. But you also have to, because this goddamn sliding time scale. This is also after Han's dead, right? So they're also out celebrating at some point after Han is dead.
It's Awake. You've never heard of Awake?
Wait,
no.
I know this is probably jumping ahead, but him and Vin Diesel ends up racing, and then when they cut to like what would be the current time, and he's like, hey. Han told me you were fast, but not that fast. So then is Vin Diesel now the new DK?
Yes.
We don't know.
He literally lost. He lost the DK title within a few weeks.
You have to assume that Vin Diesel isn't going to lose the race to this guy.
No, of course.
No.
So yes,
he didn't even drift. He just bashed his car into the poles and toppled the entire parking structure.
Right. Like my question is like, he didn't actually drift in that. He was just fast. And that was he's like, oh, you definitely got down there fast, but you didn't drift. So I still win on a technicality.
Well,
no, because Dom actually says you didn't know that American Muscle could drift.
Well, and then technically at the end of part 3, when these guys are having their conversation at the end, the guy's like, Lucas, whatever his character's name was, like, hey, this isn't a 10-second race. And then Vin Diesel's line is, I got all the time in the world. But yet you're there to get your friend's body that just died, and you're trying to go capture all this. But yet that's your line in the movie at the end of part 4.
Yeah. Man, this guy's got an amazing memory. What kind of medicine are you taking, bud? I need to get that. Totally forgot about that.
I live this, okay? I got my car out here outside.
Forgot I have all the time in the world, which you literally
some people say you live a quarter mile at a time. Could you go back to the other picture real quick?
I wish I could find that slide. You're killing me.
Never mind that. I was just want to point out, like, they could have done some CGI for this poor man.
Yeah, he is clearly. This image to the next one is rough.
Now, I had a note in this is that it's like they took Shaw, Paul Walker, and Dom and just smashed them into this guy. And this is the Play-Doh that came out.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That's taking $3 and making a quarter, man.
Yeah, they tried with this guy. But what the other note I had too was that he gives him the necklace because he's like, oh, I found this at the fucking crime scene or whatever.
That damn necklace.
Dom just
is it the cross?
Clearly,
yeah, it's a cross.
Yeah, why
it's this.
You would have the cross.
By the way.
Whoa, what do you mean? What do you mean? Why would he have a cross?
No. Abdul's got a cross.
What's the
Han didn't have the cross. Shaw left the cross there. Remember, he somehow got a hold of it and dropped it as a note for
because he took
Dom.
it from his brother who had it.
And His brother had it from
His
Letty.
brother got it from Letty.
Car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
In part 6, Letty leaves it on the car in part 6 when she has that
Right.
interaction. Oh, that's right, has it. Anyways,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Damn it! I hate when internal logic works out.
no, we're about
The
to.
one time in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, we're about to change all that
They
right
got
now.
one.
Because he gives him the
Back to
necklace,
EP.4.
and then he gives him the Giselle picture that's all like burnt up for some reason, and is like, go avenge him or whatever. I'm like, wasn't Han your boy? Like, what are you so busy doing? You can't say like, I'm gonna come with you to go get the guy that fucking killed my friend.
He's
runs
got to
the
finish high school.
Yakuza now.
Yeah, there could be that too.
What? He's what?
He runs the Yakuza now.
Oh, that's true.
Because he took out Baby Yakuza, remember?
Well,
From
I thought the
podcast?
uncle would just sent the baby Yakuza away, and he's gonna run
Yeah,
everything. Isn't that why he came back in town?
He's got to finish high school. That's the thing in Japan with his dad.
I mean, it's like his dad's gonna fucking ever make him do anything. His dad was such a washed up loser.
Hey, don't talk about Brian's dad like that. Remember, we have there's.
Hey, Brian even
possibility-
says his dad was a washed up loser. That's why he was. That's why he's afraid of
that's what I'm
being a
saying.
washed up loser.
Abdul, we do have a theory that that Lucas is Brian's brother.
He's younger
half
brother,
but brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
that was
yeah,
like,
and that Brian's dad ran off to Japan to go sleep with whores.
No.
I don't know if you remember when he missed his son's. He missed picking up his son from the apartment or from the airport to sleep with the sad woman of the night.
But in the beginning of the movie too, like when his mom was about to blow the cop to get him off, and his mom was like a real gang or whatever.
Yeah.
He could have banged Paul Walker's dad too. She seemed like a real like she got around.
Right? This is all family. That's why.
Yeah.
All family.
But yeah, I'm just upset that he doesn't volunteer to be like, hey, again, my friend was killed. You know the guy who did it. I've been sitting here for the last, 3 or 4 weeks celebrating. I should probably go help you out at least.
Nah, man, I gotta handle this Drift King stuff though.
Yeah, you know what the role of DK.
But he lost it immediately. He lost it.
We don't know that. Unconfirmed.
Non-title match.
There you go.
Non-title match.
He lost.
Okay.
He lost.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Exhibition.
This is a double elimination title.
Fair enough. So then we get somebody that's buried. We don't know whose body. Apparently, Dom didn't confirm that shit.
Well, here's the thing. Was he did he consider he was cremated, and so they just buried an empty casket? That's a bunch of other questions, right?
Well, then
there.
he wasted a whole plane ticket and a fucking day and a half to go do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe they had to earn. I don't know. We have no idea.
Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking, how long does it take to get from California to Tokyo? A day and a half?
What's the
About
time
least
frame? Something like that. Yeah.
16 hours.
14
it's like
hours.
16 hours or so.
Just
And you
going
lose a
back,
day going the other way.
how does Jason Statham's character go 24 hours from? I just still don't get it. From LA to Tokyo, kill Han in 24 hours.
He definitely had a Wi-Fi on the plane, and that's how he booked the bomb and everything. He was sending a lot of emails.
A lot of stuff in business class.
Yeah, you can also hire people on Fiverr to do a lot of things. To be like, hey, I need this done now. Can you deliver this package? Can you make this bomb for me and then mail it? Thank you.
Hey, this guy's a multitasker. We'll give him that.
Yeah. I mean, he's
marked
got
this scene
resources, so
as
he's
well
got
because
friends.
they're having this conversation about like, hey, this should be our last funeral and stuff. Deckard is in a car. He's the only car moving in the entire cemetery slowly. And Dom notices it. Like Dom's like nitro senses go off. He's like, oh, something's moving. I gotta keep an eye on it.
Dom's the only one that notices it.
Yeah,
These are
Paul
other.
Walker's the cop, goddamn cop.
Yeah, he's the cop. And this is like how many times do people see like
I'm sorry,
you get hit?
hold on. What is Paul Walker?
He's a
He's a cop, man.
There it is. All right.
Hey, he's a bad cop because he keeps getting let go. Okay.
I mean, but he keeps failing upwards. He went from street cop to FBI agent.
Yeah.
That
So, yeah,
is
that,
true.
yeah,
There's no way that's true.
Yep. So that was the randomness there, but like I'm like Dom is the only one. Like everything that's going on here, everyone's just sitting there talking. Like, how do you all not see that car? Like this is a place where you you should plan to be hit here. If you guys currently have targets on your back, how are you not prepared for this?
And why is Shaw there if he's not going to do anything either?
Very good question.
To lure out fucking Dom. He's just like, oh, I'll get him. And then that's literally all what he's there. He does. Like he's just like, come on, Dom.
they end up having that little thing, right? They go on the street race or whatever right after that because Dom gets in the car and goes.
My question though was like, what if everyone else showed up?
Yeah, like what if he brought everyone with him? Like, yeah,
or what if
like
everyone just noticed and was like, "Hey, Dom's leaving. We should probably follow him."
Dom's just walking away. We should probably
not only walked away. He got in a car and raced off.
I feel like they all
loudly.
at this point. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm saying like he peeled out loudly too. It wasn't like he just quietly went off. He's like, "I'm a badass."
Yeah,
They're all used to
disrespectful to Letty and now to Hans funeral. What an asshole this guy is.
They are all used to him like just screeching out somewhere. They probably thought, he must be going to give out necklaces again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Probably.
His necklace dealer called.
This is not behavior that is out of the ordinary for Dominic Toretto. Like this is pretty standard.
Yeah.
So then he chases him through downtown LA, which is surprisingly barren. Midday.
I was gonna say it's
during COVID.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. We all forgot about that part. Nobody was masking this movie, by the way. If that were the case.
Hey, and that was a choice.
I mean, I don't know LA very well, but is there like an underground like little area where you can race it? Like, I don't know the.
I mean, I gotta go downtown LA tomorrow, but no, there's like underground parking like that, but not like I don't even call it a street.
Like it was a street.
Oh no, there is one. Yeah, no, there is one.
But it also had like there was like glass windows on one side,
and
so,
there
like,
was a monitor.
Storefront.
There was a TV monitor just there for no reason. Who's that for?
Put that picture of Kareem.
You have a TV monitor?
Where when the one that scene that
I just have the crash. I don't have the like monitor part.
Well, I mean, I'll give you kind of.
That'll at least
let's at least see the crash then.
Hold on, I gotta find it because all these goddamn slides are up everywhere. I want to
like
spoil everything.
Huh?
What's up?
Did you like Paul Walker on his screen?
El Segundo.
That's too. That's not.
I also noted that there's nothing covert in El Segundo.
I mean, I don't know how anyone could ever figure out what's going on there. Man.
Jesus, where is that slide?
Perfect.
It's in here somewhere.
Yep.
That's him trying to. Oh, yep, still dead.
Yep. Oh wow, reminding me of our fallen friend.
He's not fallen though. There's no body.
That's true. What did?
God damn it! Where is it?
Man, the only guy that can stay dead in this series is the guy whose character just retired.
Jesse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.